Hi all, today I'm showing you how to make my grandma's southern mac and cheese. It is absolutely delicious and very easy to make, and especially when you're in a hurry and you need to pull something together for a weeknight meal or even for a party. Ingredients you'll need: a half a cup of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of grated or chopped sweet onion, 4 ounces of Velveeta cheese, pepper to taste, 4 ounces of Gruyere cheese, 4 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 3 cups of dried elbow pasta, 3/4 cup of panko breadcrumb, 1.5 sticks of butter, 3/4 cups of Parmesan cheese, 1/4 cup of chopped parsley, and 3 cups of whole milk. You'll need to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. First up, I boil a quart of salted water. Next, I'll add the elbow pasta and cook as instructed. Then I'm going to measure out all the cheese. If you want a cheesier mac and cheese, add an extra cup of Velveeta. Now I grate and cube all the cheese. I always say the lengthiest process of cooking is the grating and the chopping and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just measuring out now half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Everything else is done. I'm going to set that to the side, and then I'm going to work on the onion. And I just peeled the onion. I'm now going to grate it. You can chop it if you want. Throw it in the food processor, just chop it if you've got great chopping skills. But for some reason, she wanted it grated, and I don't know why. Maybe because it makes it juicier, I don't know. But that's the way I was told. Yes, that's Kitty purring in the background. And now I'm just going to drain the pasta. And once that's done, I melt a stick of butter over a medium flame. And then I add the onions and I saute them until they are translucent. And it takes about 5 minutes. And now I'm going to add a half a cup of flour, and I'm going to incorporate the butter and the flour and the onions together, and it's just gonna cook it for 1 minute usually over the flame. And this is just basically to take out the flour taste. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of milk at a time, and I'm going to stir it, incorporating the flour butter mixture with the milk. This takes a moment. You can use a whisk if you want, but right now I'm just using a wooden paddle. So as you can see, I'm adding 1 more cup, and it goes pretty fast. It only took me, I think, maybe 3 or 4 minutes altogether. And then once everything's incorporated, then I switch to a whisk, and this is now a bechamel, by the way, bechamel with onion. And I'm gonna whisk it as it thickens, and never leave it alone. Don't answer the phone, don't go into the door, stay with it. You don't want to burn it. So you're going to pepper to taste. And now I'm just adding 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. You can always add more if you want. And at this time, if you want to also add a teaspoon of cayenne, you can. Right now I'm just adding 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, by the way. And I'm just going to stir well. And now I'm going to add all the cheese. Now, like I said, if you want a cheesier mixture, you can add an extra cup of Velveeta. I only added 4 ounces, but you can add another 8 ounces, and that will make it really cheesy. And if you want a looser mixture, a looser mac and cheese, just add an extra half a cup of milk as well. But you do that in the process of when you are making the bechamel. And I'm going to stir everything together and melt all the cheese. This just takes about 5 minutes usually. And once it's done, then I'm going to turn off the heat because I don't need to cook it anymore. It's already cooked, and that's it. Next step, we're going to actually make the panko breadcrumb topping. It's like a nice crispy top with cheese. It's really nice. So I've melted a half a stick of butter, and now I'm just finely chopping a 1/4 cup of parsley, and then I'm going to measure out 3/4 cups of panko breadcrumbs. I'm going to put it into the melted butter, and then I'm going to add the chopped parsley to everything, and a 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan. You can use any cheese that you want, but that's what I like. But you can also double this if you want a crunchier top. Just double everything. Now I'm just adding the pasta to the cheese sauce. And like I said, if you want a looser mixture, add an extra 1/2 cup of milk to the bechamel. But also cook the pasta 2 to 3 minutes longer than the box instruction says. And the reason being is when you put it in the oven, the pasta won't absorb as much cheese sauce. It will get coated, but it will be a much looser mac and cheese. And if you want more cheese, add an extra cup of Velveeta. And now I'm just filling up the buttered baking dishes with the mac and cheese. And then I'm going to top them with the crumbly top. Like I said, if you want to double the crumble top, just double it. Or you can also use a different cheese. You can use cheddar if you want, Gruyere, whatever your heart desires. But I wouldn't use Velveeta because it's too soft of a cheese for a crumble top. And there you go. And now we're going to place the mac and cheese in a preheated oven that's 400 degrees. And we're going to cook anywhere between, depending on your oven, 17 to 20 minutes. And when you bring it out, you can't eat it right away because it's so bubbling hot. You'll see. I did a close-up of it. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely delicious. My macaroni and cheese tips. If you want a cheesier macaroni and cheese, add an extra 8 ounces of Velveeta cheese, or you could even use cheddar. If you want a spicier mac and cheese, you can add a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper or even a whole teaspoon. If you want a looser mac and cheese, cook the pasta 2 to 3 minutes longer than the box instructions. You can also add a 1/2 cup of milk. We hope you're enjoying our channel. If you are, we're asking everybody, please like, subscribe, and comment. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us out tremendously because of how the YouTube algorithm works. We want more eyeballs on our videos, so we need these things to happen. Please consider it. Thank you. I post videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays on a variety of topics: cooking, baking, gardening, and coming up, making a quilt. Thank you all for watching. We're so very grateful. We can't believe we've gotten to over 530 subscribers, so thank you everyone for watching and subscribing. It's going to be another hot one this week, so please bring your pets inside. Make sure they've got water. Make sure you've got water, and be safe and be blessed.